Today we are cooking one of our favorite recipes. This is our shrimp scampi. So let's get cooking. Here are the ingredients that we're going to use today for our shrimp scampi. And I will list all of these ingredients along with the measurements in the description section below the video. So let's start with the pasta. Today we're going to be using angel hair pasta. We've got some lemon juice, some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning. You need some olive oil. You need a lemon and a lime. You need some fresh cilantro. We're going to use some black pepper, some crushed red pepper, some butter, and then your shrimp. And I'm going to using today the extra small shrimp, and these are frozen shrimp. So we're going to start by filling our pot. We're going to put it about half full. So as we get our water boiling, I like to go ahead and I like to put in some olive oil. I like to put a little garlic powder, and I put some Italian seasoning in my water while it's boiling, so that way when the pasta's in there, I think that it really adds flavor to your pasta. So let's just put a little olive oil in there. There we go. We're going to stir all this up in a second. Got some of your Italian seasoning. I just put it all across the top, and then I put some garlic powder in here. Now we're going to stir all that up in the water, and then as soon as it starts boiling, we're going to put in our pasta. While we're waiting for our water to boil over here for our pasta, we're going to go ahead and start getting everything ready for our shrimp. And put about half a stick of butter in your skillet. Go ahead, put it on about medium, let it start melting, and then we're just going to add in some garlic powder and some seasoning before we add in our shrimp. So our butter is melting really well. We're just going to put a little bit of Italian seasoning in here. We're going to mix that all up. Put a little bit of the garlic powder. And like I said, if you got some fresh garlic, go ahead and just pull that out and use that. And then as soon as you get it to about this point, now we're going to put our shrimp in. And our shrimp has been thawed out. And this recipe, let me tell you, this recipe is so good. We make this, probably sometimes about once a week. You just want to coat every one of these little shrimp. You want to coat them really, really well with that butter mixture. Now as we're cooking, we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of the lemon juice. This is probably about a tablespoon. It's going to give it some really good flavor. We're going to put just completely across the top. Put some coarse ground black pepper. And then I like to go ahead at this point and put in some red pepper. And you can smell it. It smells so good. You can smell that butter. This is going to be lovely. So we've been cooking for about 3 minutes. And I went ahead and put one more layer of the Italian seasoning across the top. Now what I'm going to do is chop up just a little bit of this cilantro and put on the top. And then I am going to grate a little bit of the lime and the lemon and just place that on top also. And then once I've done that, then we're going to let that simmer while our pasta is getting ready. Here we have our cilantro that's been chopped up. We placed that on top of the mixture, and now we're going to save a little bit of what we've chopped up to put on the end when we garnish it, when we put it on our plate. It's a little hard to see, but we have gone ahead and we've added the lemon and the lime zest also across the top. And now our water is ready, so we're going to put in our pasta. So we're putting our pasta in, and when I do that, I like to take the long strands of pasta and I like to break them in half. So that way, when you are eating them, it just makes it a little bit easier. So our pasta is in, and we are going to let that boil. And don't worry if you make too much pasta. I usually make extra. You can always use it the next day for different things. And then also, you can take it and you can vacuum seal it and freeze it. And I have done that a lot, and it works really well too. So here we go, and now it's going to soak up all of that seasoning that we put in. So our pasta, let's check it. Yes, our pasta is looking great. It looks wonderful. So let's go drain it. Now we've drained all the water off the pasta, and for this recipe, I like to go ahead and put the pasta back in the same pot, and I've added a half a stick of butter, and we're going to let that melt amongst all of the noodles. So once you have the butter all melted, then go ahead and one more time take your Italian seasoning, and we're just going to put this straight across the top of these noodles. This is a really good time if you have some fresh basil, and different fresh herbs. I like to put fresh oregano especially. That's a good time you can put those in. And y'all, this smells so good. You could really just eat these noodles all by themselves. They taste so wonderful. I think our noodles are now ready. And since we have made a lot of noodles, I'm gonna go ahead and place these noodles on our plate and then place the shrimp on top. So here we have our pasta. Added our shrimp, and this smells fantastic. I can't wait to taste it. Wish you could be here. Be sure and check out that next video that pops up, and I will see you over there in a few minutes.